Hello everyone, Meteorologist Mike here for Synoptic CONUS forecast from July 6th to July 10th. And as always, before we get started, a couple things I do need to go over. One, this is not a full and complete forecast. This is just an overview of large-scale events happening over the continental United States. For a full and complete forecast of your area, please see your local meteorologist or your favorite weather app. And secondly, all of my times are in Zulu time or the GMT time zone. This is a standard across both the malls, so we don't have to deal with time zones. And I'm continuing that trend. I will, however, have all the time zone conversions down in the description below. Alright, let's get started with what's happening right now. 12Z on the 6th. We got a pair of low pressures, one up in Maine, one off in Wyoming. And we've got a singular front connecting the two. That front is a cold front from Ohio up to Maine. And from Ohio off to Wyoming, it is a stalled front. I do see a bunch of showers along this front. I do expect to see some of them turned into thunderstorms later today, some of which will be severe as seen by the SPC Day 1 convective outlook. A trio of slight risks today. We'll start with the one in the east in Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, Virginia, West Virginia, the Carolinas, and Tennessee. The center slight risk is in Wyoming, Colorado, Nebraska, and Kansas. And the third slight risk is off in Montana, Wyoming, and South Dakota. That slight risk centered on Montana is actually for a separate reason than the rest of the slight risks, and I can't really illustrate the reason, so I'll explain it to you here. There is a ridge centered over Montana, but that ridge is going to have a couple of little troughs just running through it through the next couple of days, and those troughs can all kick up thunderstorms. So we will be seeing that slight risk off in Montana for the next few days here on the SPC outlooks. Alright, let's look ahead to 0Z on the 7th. That entire front has stalled out. We still have one low pressure off in Nebraska and the second low pressure off in Indiana. These low pressures for the next few days are basically going to be where the thunderstorms are centered around instead of the entire front. 12Z on the 7th, the low pressure is off in Virginia. SPC Day 2 convective outlook, my apologies. Paris slight risks, one in Montana, a little bit of North Dakota and Idaho. Second slight risk, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, Virginia, Maryland, the Carolinas, and Georgia. 0Z on the 8th. Not much has changed. Low pressure is still off in Virginia. 12Z on the 8th. That low pressure that was in Virginia has moved off into the Atlantic. New low pressure here in Kansas. SPC Day 3 convective outlook, only a marginal risk for the east. And we still have that slight risk up in Montana. 0Z on the 9th, low pressure has moved off into Indiana. And 12Z on the 9th, we're now in West Virginia. Once again, where the low pressure is basically where most of the thunderstorms are going to be centered. And 0Z here on the 10th, we have new stuff happening. Woohoo! High pressure is now kicking the front south, turning it cold, and it's now going to be centered around, based around the low pressure instead of how it was the other way. So the cold front is marching south, now stretching from Virginia down into Mississippi. I do see mainly showers along the front, a couple of thunderstorms. Where most of the thunderstorms are going to be is this trough going south from the low pressure, stretching from Virginia down to Florida. And by 12Z on the 10th, that trough is pretty much dissipated. The cold front is still moving down south, seeing basically showers, a couple thunderstorms maybe in Georgia and Florida. Alright guys, that's my CONUS forecast. Let's take a quick look into the Atlantic quick because there's nothing happening. No tropical cyclone expected during the next 48 hours. Alright guys, that's my forecast for today. Thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe for future forecasts.